All right, I have a double whammy here that I think is going to be a lot of fun.
All right, let's get pooping.
This one, we're going into the world of video games. Specifically, this first one is from Latchcroc.
My life
Create
is like
a non-traditional controllers tier. So this is weird controllers.
Oh, this is good.
This is. There's a lot of ones here, but bizarre controllers. Well, but it's not like cereal. It's like we'll go fast. We'll make sure to go fast. Okay, this first one is, I don't remember the name of this thing, but I know it. It's a controller that has like an orb on it that you like grab with one hand and you like spin, and that's how you aim in an FPS.
Okay, controllers with a damn bad ball. High tier.
Hold on, I'm gonna change these to just like normal.
You gonna change the controllers to normal? What's the point?
All right, now PlayStation, Xbox, GameCube.
So this thing, like, we're rating this not only... How are we rating this? Are we rating this on, like, usability or, like, how much we like it? Gut feeling? Okay, so it could be either. It's any.
Well, I've used some of these.
What the fuck? This is trash. This Panasonic. Is that a CDI controller or a 3DO?
That's like an SNES.
I'm pretty sure that's a CDI, or it's close to the CDI.
That controller looks, like, basic. It looks visually gross. That's just a worse SNES or Genesis controller. I think that's
it looks like a 3DO.
It's for the 3DO.
Oh, that's D. It probably works for whatever console.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. Look, put it in C. Look what's up next. You gotta put it in C.
I hate it though. Okay, this is the Amiga CD controller.
This one is that one Warframe throwing hammer.
Bizarre shape.
I like the look of that one. That one looks aesthetically pleasing.
This is a club.
Imagine holding it in your hands like that.
It's like what the... You ever have like the Steam controller where like the Steam controller like is faced outward like that, and it's weird.
Speaking of, Arard, you are the Steam controller aficionado. Where does it go?
I've used it too. It's a fucking F. That controller is abysmal.
It's not good. It's not.
It's really bad. It feels hollow, and the buttons feel like shit.
Damn.
They got
I threw mine
Stadia
away.
controller on
It
here?
was really bad.
Stadia doesn't have a controller.
I don't think it's like.
I would fail the Stadia controller. I hate that shit.
It's not like it's. I bought. I shouldn't have gotten full price for them. I should have waited until they were like $5. But who would have known? Like 8 years later, they would have been garbage. It's kind of functional for like using its thumb pad if you want to like use it for like browsing stuff, but it's not really like. They perfected it with the Steam Deck of like it's just like
that shit's
in television. Is that,
that's
what that is. No, this
is not as good as
It's got to be a pretty low rank.
Atari 5200.
That looks like an entire phone. That's cool. It's like the original smartphone.
It has a joystick and it has a numpad. It is bizarre. Lots of controllers did this for some reason.
Yeah, you can play Burger Time with it.
That's an A+.
Strange. A+ for you? Why?
Because it's the original smartphone. You can play games on it.
Nothing is smart about it.
Next up, we have another Atari controller with a trackball.
That's just for playing Pong.
Wait, that one's got a damn bad ball? Gotta rank it high.
It's like the best Pong controller you could ever ask for.
It is bizarre, and I'm also like, I think there's a novelty in a controller like that being that fucking big, and like 2 people can go on it. It's weird. I kind of dig it. Crazy trackball.
Doubles as a bludgeon.
This is an Atari controller that has a joystick and then a button on the side, and I think that's it. It's kind of like weird.
Oh, this is a Wii U nunchuck.
I give it a D. I don't think that's very good. I'm not into it. What the fuck is this?
That's an Atari Jaguar controller.
Oh my god, it is.
That's the Atari Jaguar controller. That's S.
Fun, but awesome.
That's fucking so bad. I'm gonna put it in D.
S. I played the shit out of Zool 2 on that thing.
Okay, and did it feel good to hold that controller and press those fucking buttons?
Yep. When I was bored of the game, I'd pretend I was dialing a phone.
And then you go to sleep, and at 7 a.m. it would play a noise to wake you up.
All right, I'll give it a. I'll bring it up to C at least.
That thing definitely picks up AM radio signals.
Better or worse than weird boomerang axe controller?
Worse for self-defense purposes.
Yeah. Okay. This one
There's
is
nothing like it.
That is a power crystal.
That one got a hole in
with
it.
A crystal in the middle, which is kind of badass.
I think that's.
Parrot in chat earlier asked why it had a blue pussy.
That's badass. What fucking arcade game is that?
It's probably like the shittiest arcade game that you've ever seen.
Someone just fucking lied to me. Someone said open images in new tabs to see them at full resolution.
That is the full resolution.
Yeah.
So.
This is like keyboard.
Keyboard and mouse.
I mean, I'm using that.
Oh
my I'm using. Who would ever use that?
For anything.
Oh my god, it's a fucking
Hey, I think that's fucking F.
You're playing fucking business. Who would ever play a video game on a keyboard?
Hey. S for Sonic Adventure.
This next one looks like a very thick version of these. I like the colors better though. You know, I like the colored buttons. I really think that red, blue, yellow.
So it's like stronger.
Yeah. Okay, I'll put that low C.
This looks like a controller they would have invented in France, and I don't like that.
Weird form factor.
Like
it's fucking fat. It's like it's really thick.
Been chasing that high ever since.
What? Can we play Forza?
Chainsaw controller is
RTVS GameCube chainsaw controller.
That is like the most legendary novelty controller of all time. Like,
I want that shit
to be
so
honest,
bad.
I'm putting that high ass. That thing is so fucking cool. Yeah, I still would love to have one.
Okay, play through all of Resident Evil 4 with that thing as soon as you get it.
I'll play through Elden Ring with that shit.
That's the only. This is like PlayStation controllers as a whole, I think. And to be honest, for me, that's an S. That's like my favorite controller. My favorite like standard controller is a Sony.
See, I don't know.
It's not good for my hands. My fingers are too long.
Okay, I mean, I'll knock it down to A then. If we can't all agree. Guitar Hero.
That's
S for sure. That's like one of the coolest things ever made.
They should let you play any game with them.
What is this GameCube and N64 fusion controller?
That is a modernized N64 controller that you can get today. That's like
an
attempt
that's a pervert one.
to undo the wrongs of the N64's awkward like 3-stick.
Are we adding a pervert here?
I'm with Mike on this one. This is a pervert one.
It is bizarre. I'll say like it's probably fine to play on.
Here's the thing. If that's like a Hori, right? That thing is actually really good. Like in turn, like speedrunners use that shit.
Really?
It's still for perverts.
Really?
It's still for perverts. Even
in
if
television.
T for Tommy.
Rico.
Come on.
That thing is fucking stupid. I'm giving that. I'll give it a high B. Because it's like we were talking about these like numpad controllers before, but not only does this have a numpad, it's got a fucking disc on it for your fucking motion. Like, how bad could you get? Like, that's legendarily a bad controller.
That's like some fucked up Switch controller or something.
No,
that's
either
for phones or it's like Joy-Cons. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna just put that in C because I've never actually like played a phone with anything like that. But like,
looks like a piece of Dragoon.
Maybe that's cool.
It does look like a piece of Dragoon.
If you get all the pieces, better winning the next minigame.
What is this? Okay, OG Connect. OG Connect. Scorpion, I see this is a big one for you.
S.
I think the Kinect's games fucking sucked. Above the DualShock. Better than DualShock.
It is. This shit was like, this was revolutionary.
Low A. Okay, yeah, to be honest, I played some Kinect games at launch at a friend's house. We played Kinect Sports. I threw javelins. It was kind of cool. I was like, this is kind of neat. But the only game that was ever made for it that was worth anything was Rise of Nightmares, and that game sucked but was amazing.
Yeah.
It's worth something, all right.
It gets
Rise of Nightmares is
Rise
amazing.
of Nightmares, and also for what people are able to do with this, hooking it up to a computer. I think the tech itself is really cool.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Microsoft loved it.
Kinect get used for like fucking medical research or something like that?
It has all kinds of like genuine.
It gets used for that. It gets used for like interactive art installations. Like it's.
Yeah, it's just like it's like a useful tool.
New Kinect is
like
lame.
a general tool.
I worked on a medical app that used.
I think New Kinect doesn't look as good as the old Kinect. I think that's like.
I think it looks cooler. It looks like.
I don't think it looks cooler. I like the like rounded look. I hate the squareness of this.
Logitech F310, baby. That's the
oh my god, you know the exact controller,
Logitech
F310.
That one's also a pervert controller.
Pervert.
Should he have like a little
that's
boy
my
here?
controller that I use.
Sorry, Mike.
But it is a pervert controller.
You use that?
Yes. I use the F310. It's an older one.
Is it good?
No.
That's debatable. I like it.
Mad Catz GameCube.
This was the Player 2 controller.
It's the Player 2 controller.
No, that shit
This was the
sucks.
shit that got soda all over
put so much- I put so much
It was
Tony Hawk
soda
on the
all
ground.
over this shit. Cheeto dust, soda. It's
Yeah,
the sleepover
Cheetos, soda.
controller.
The rubber shit on the handles would get full of like sticky
rubber
shit.
shit. At your friend's house, it's like broken off. It's like
It's
hard.
like-
It's like
it's
stuck
a
into your
monstrosity.
thumb because the dog chewed on it.
I can fucking smell this picture, dude.
It's a monstrosity. Like, it also, I think transparent, like, game hardware fucking rules. This thing looks gross.
Triggers
I think it should be S. I think it should be S.
To be honest, it kind of like, I almost want to rank it highly because of how legendary this thing is like a piece of garbage.
It should be S because it's been through some shit. Like, that controller's...
I thought it was cool, but I took good care of my GameCube stuff. I still have my GameCube and like all of my Wavebird controllers, and they're just like fine. That thing broke whenever I was still a kid.
Yeah.
It's good though. It
All of my
adds
GameCube
challenge.
controllers
Like,
still
I'll
work.
never forget being at friends' houses trying to play games without access to like very important buttons. Like, oh, the
Yeah,
A button's
you
broken.
You can't.
I
I
have
can't.
to-
I can't
Okay,
use the C stick left. It's always kind of like. drifting.
Can I just say, if we're going to have Legends of Bad as a tier, you have to put Tellerico in there as well.
Yeah.
What
That's
is
true,
this?
actually.
Oh shit!
Xbox joystick.
Is that
what is
that's
this
for 360?
That looks
Yeah, that's a
awesome.
360 product. I'm like, I'm
I
kind of
want that.
obsessed with this.
Yeah, this is cool.
Okay, so looking at it, you have to hold
The
it.
360.
Oh my god, imagine the hand factor to hold this and have your thumb on. Wait,
How the fuck are you gonna press left
know.
trigger?
you can't.
That shit's for your mouth.
Are
I
those
wanna-
buttons
yeah.
back there? Like,
I
what
want
is,
to play. I want to play
Those are all
Geometry
buttons.
Wars with this.
is this?
Yeah.
Is it an accessibility device? I don't know.
I've seen
Is
a bunch
it?
of people say
No,
that
it's
no,
not
this
an
is like they sold this for fucking Xbox Live
they are
Arcade
not
type of thing.
Microsoft
Yeah,
is very-
that would
think
make
I
sense.
don't think this is an accessibility controller. Looking at it, I don't think
No.
anything here lends
No,
itself
the
to
arcade
accessibility.
thing makes sense that they would like
Microsoft
do a
is absolute-
gimmicky thing like that.
Microsoft is
Yeah.
absolutely at the forefront of accessibility controllers at this point in time. They didn't give a fucking shit back in the 360 days.
Yeah,
Are you
not
kidding
in
me?
that era.
I think this thing gets
You
a
remember
D.
the original Xbox that had a white and black button that you
Yeah.
couldn't reach?
Remember the
I'm putting it.
The
I'm
Duke's
putting it
on the
a D
list,
because
I think.
this
Yeah, the
thing
Duke's
looks.
on there, I saw it.
This thing looks abysmal to use, but I'm kind of obsessed with the way it looks. Like, maybe that's a Legends of Bad. I like.
No.
No, because we don't know it. That's
No.
the thing. Is it
We
doesn't.
don't know it.
We
We
just
already
learned
had
about
that,
this.
yeah.
I'm gonna put it low. C, low C.
Don't forget to put the
Oh
Tom
yeah, yeah,
Tallarico
yeah, yeah.
in there.
That's,
There we
that's,
go.
This is the stable
that-
fight stick.
Yeah, that is a tournament edition. That's like the classic.
that's the-
you know,
that's the
like
classic.
every Evo finals, you'd have somebody who was sponsored by Razer who would have their stick disconnect mid match. those
Wait,
damn
wasn't it-
tournament editions.
was
Those
it a
damn
bad
tournament
stick?
editions. The Razer ones. I don't know. The Razer ones were just fucked up. Infiltration would just get like fucked over in Street Fighter 4 every time.
This thing is this the fucking Magnavox Odyssey or is this just a Palm?
I don't know.
I think this.
Looks like
Not
a camera.
sure.
This thing I think is up there with this like weird trackball thing.
Yeah, like I think we need to rate this thing at least a little bit high because it's so cute. Look at it. This is a little friend. This
Yeah,
is
that's
a
the
little
Magnavox
buddy.
Odyssey. This thing is pretty fucking nuts.
I love them.
Now,
Stylish.
Street Fighter 4 Hori Pad. I think is it Mad Catz? I don't know.
That's a Mad Catz. You can tell because it's a controller that looks whack.
I remember this thing sucking. I remember this thing fucking sucking. Like, I'm pretty sure I had a friend who had this and I hated it. Nowhere near the actual, like, good Hori fight pads. Mortal Kombat fight stick.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Look
this
at
has
that mass.
This has
I don't
like,
play fighting games, and that looks terrible.
That's not even enough buttons. You can't play most fighting games with this.
That's 6.
It's in a cross pattern.
Yeah.
It's because
It's not enough buttons.
I don't know.
That is
Mortal
a
Kombat.
terrible fight
Mortal
stick.
Kombat's fucked up. You're going left, up, left
Yeah.
to do a combo with that thing.
That is a garbage fight stick.
What is this? Is an N64 controller?
Is it?
Whoa!
It has to be. With
Yeah,
those
it has
buttons.
to because
Whoa.
That's a
This
pervert
thing is
controller.
ugly.
That's a
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pervert. Okay.
Perfect.
Hi, pervert. Oh my god, Mad Catz N64. Now this fucking thing is like the N64 controller. I have a lot of nostalgia for it, and like it.
There's so much plastic to this.
It's a diamond pickaxe.
There's so much space from like where you hold it to where the buttons are.
Yeah.
It's like
this thing is so penis.
The N64 controller has problems. It does.
This
it
not
does.
even.
This
It's not even
exacerbates
penis. This
them.
is balls.
This makes it worse.
This thing is so penis.
That's F, but not quite Legends of Bad. I feel like that was like PS2 GameCube era was when every kid had Mad Catz. Not every kid had this. Gun?
That's a.
Fuck yeah,
This is the gun
Oh, this is the
Snake
Namco
uses?
gun.
Yeah, this is
Oh
the
my
fucking
God.
Time Crisis gun.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
yeah.
My Time Crisis gun
This
looked
is the
different.
shit.
But
This is
oh
the
yeah, this
shit.
it was fucking rad. I had a slightly different Time Crisis gun for PS2. This shit was pretty fucking cool. I'm gonna put that in high A.
It's up there.
I'm gonna put that in high A.
Time
Below
Crisis
DDR
is
pad.
fucking good.
This just looks like some crap.
Yeah,
Oh, this is the
it doesn't look
TurboGrafx
great.
16 joystick.
Oh my god.
I
It's
kind of
I'm
like the
into how
layout.
fucked it is.
What
I love
game
I
did you
love
put in
1
on
and
this?
2. I love that
Yeah.
as a 1 button, 2 button.
What
I
game
would
did you
put,
play
we'll
on
put
this?
that in high D above the like boring joystick.
I gotta say, I fucking love that joystick gate. That's so fucking
Yeah,
funny.
the joystick gates.
This thing is weird. This thing is like
Oh right, you
Does
like
this thing
rotate it
twist?
kind of thing. Yes, you twist it.
Yeah, you twist that.
that. Okay, I'm gonna put that in C. They get a commendation for like that is a fucking bizarre idea. The power of
Legends of
love.
Bad.
It's
Legends
so
of
bad.
It's so bad.
It's
Bad,
so
Legends bad.
bad.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
Rolling Rocker.
That's S fucking
Legends of
tier. S.
I think that transcends Legends of Bad to just being like one of the most
this is
amazing
S.
things ever made. There's so much
Fucking
prestige to the
S.
Rolling Rocker. I wonder what the odds are, what the actual statistical odds are to find a Rolling Rocker that does anything in 2023. Fucking, if AVGN
did do
couldn't
something,
find a
you just
Rolling
walk to the
Rocker that
left
did
all the time.
anything, that's like... Rolling Rocker's a legend. I fucking love this thing.
I
This
want
thing-
one.
That's
I have no use for one. I want one.
This
Hey,
thing
Rank,
is
yeah.
fucking bizarre, but I love it.
I
That thing is
have
awesome.
a friend who like went to Melee tournaments with one of those and like did well.
I'm
Well, because
That's
that's cool.
I
It's
love
legal.
not only the
controller, it's
full,
just got
like-
a fucking keyboard.
I love
Like-
not only the full like typewriter access, but all 12 function keys.
What game is that for?
It's for
For
Fantasy
PSO.
Fantasy Star.
Only?
Yeah, you could, PSO,
Only
that-
Phantasy Star Online.
That's the,
much,
only,
yeah.
that's the only MMO that was on GameCube.
It's a good idea, but it
Game
needs
and
to-
Watch controller, or is this Famicom?
That's
Yeah, I think
That's
it's Famicom. I think it's the one you
Famicom.
scream into
The wires
the
in the side.
graphics and-
Anyone have any
Where's
thoughts
the
on
light,
this?
baby?
Is it good?
Here's the thing.
Looks
I
odd.
think it looks really cool. NES
do like
pads
those.
fucking suck. C
Yeah,
rank.
they're not
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I like the style. I also think it was obscenely
also looks like
short.
an
from
NES.
what I
Rex,
remember.
you sound like you're under a blanket.
Maybe I am.
Oh. Wow. Does this thing have a vent?
What is with all these?
That-
This is
Rolling
what the
Rolling Rocker.
fuck
Oh,
is
it's the
this?
IQ. It's the IQ.
That looks awesome.
You
Ooh,
know
it's the
about this?
IQ.
Yeah, so the
Well, I know
IQ,
this.
if I'm remembering right, was like what they had to do to release the N64 in Japan, or not in Japan,
What?
in China.
China?
China.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like it's like they had like a variation of like the N64 and the GameCube and maybe even the Wii.
Right, it was
I don't
GameCube as well.
All these weird N64 offshoots are going straight to pervert. They're whack. That's like so bizarre. It looks like it has a fan. It's like heated. This
For
was
a while,
also.
the IQ was the fastest way you could
Is
beat
this a
Ocarina of
repeat?
Time.
I
Sure
thought this was
was.
a repeat. Super Scope. Okay.
Super Scope.
I've heard that these things like don't fucking work. Like.
Okay,
Yeah.
but here's
Wouldn't be
the
surprised.
thing
So
about
sick.
the Super Scope, though. Like, sure, it has like performance issues like that, but it looks really cool,
It's so sick.
and you can use it to do the black hole glitch. So like, solid B.
High B. I
They
think
didn't even
Form
put it
Factor
in
gets it a
Splatoon.
high B. It's so cool.
They do need to put it in Splatoon.
They do.
Trish says
They,
AVG
why
will
haven't they
console
fucking
up with
added the
this
Super
once.
Scope to Splatoon yet? Yeah.
That was
Would it
like
be
the
a
first
charger?
thing I
How is
noticed
there
about
not a
that.
charger Super Scope? You're right.
It's literally so easy.
what the?
That would be fun too,
Super
yeah.
Controller 2?
Hell yes. Oh my god, I want that.
Oh fuck yeah!
That looks like a 50s oven.
That's
Like, till we pulled it out of the trash.
Is this
It's
that
just
good?
played-
With this shit.
Is
It's
this
just
like a
supposed to be
third-party
internal temperature.
Famicom controller? I thought Famicom controllers were hardwired. What is this for?
That's S rank. That's S rank. That's S
Not
rank.
not
Yep.
NES. Famicom's.
S rank for
Not
scary.
NES you can unplug.
Super.
What the hell is this thing? I don't remember the name
of this thing. What this was supposed to do is it has a gun. Like, you put a gun up to this and you can manipulate it with, like, it has these, like, arms that, like, move your shit. Falcon, that's what it's called. I'm pretty sure this just got used for sex. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was like a thing that like you could like hold up, and it had like force feed, like haptic feedback, and I remember it having like support for Team Fortress 2. Like you could like
I'm pretty sure people put their dicks in this. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I remember people used to talk about this all the time.
You can connect to your computer. It is for perverts.
Where's the Hydra? Where's the Razer Hydra? Is that on here? No, I don't think so.
That's just a Genesis controller now.
I am almost certain that the only thing people did with that is fuck it. Donkey Kong, I almost called this the Donkey Kong controller because someone said there's no Donkey Kong bongos on here, and I agree. No Donkey Kong bongos on here is whack.
Why aren't DK bongos on here?
This is a fucking CDI controller.
That's CDI.
This is a CDI controller. I think. Look at those fucking buttons. They're like little dots, candies. You know, they're like candy dots.
That shit would hurt to press down.
That's fucking. I think that goes to
Legends of Bad.
That's so.
That's Legends
terrible.
of Bad.
The
Someone in chat is asking why isn't the Dragon Quest slime controller on here? It is. It literally is. Do you see what the blue is?
You're a fake fan. You're a fake Dragon Quest slime controller fan because you can't identify it from the bottom. Is this the Ouya?
Is that?
Is that?
Ouya.
I mean, there, it's got a place for you to pee on it right there.
Yeah.
Wait, chat saying no? That's a Pokken controller? What the fuck?
What is
D? Why would I? That looks like shit.
D tier for Pokken.
D tier. Pervert tier for Pokken.
Yeah. The Ouya controller has Ouya on its buttons.
Oh yeah.
You have Ouya here? Oh yeah. Okay, I'll put it in high D for that. This is the PS3 remote. You know,
this was
useful
in your Blu-rays.
It was useful.
I think it's for PS2 too. That too, you could also just have like
S tier for slime.
It was also for watching DVDs and only using the press and play button to like.
What's not on here is the Xbox DVD controller, which you needed to buy to watch DVDs. You couldn't watch them without the remote.
You couldn't really?
You could not watch DVDs without buying the fucking DVD remote. It was.
I gotta say, as the resident Rock Band drum player, those drums are a piece of shit. Like, from top to bottom. The hit registration is terrible. It has no bounce on the pads. The fucking foot pedal would snap in half if you played too much.
I think it goes with the DDR map because both of these are like awesome and unique and iconic, but they're like form factor was like the quality of the items was kind of shit. But they're cool. And like it was fun.
Can I add? I didn't get the Rock Band drums. I had the Guitar Hero Legends of Rock drums, which are like the ones with the symbols.
Symbols, yeah.
They were like a cool concept, but like because you would like miss the symbols or like follow through and be like just go like into the plastic, there was just like holes punched in that thing because it was just like not good. And those symbols just like did not work out.
Sega Saturn controller is. I've always thought this thing is fucked up.
I have a really important interruption to make.
What?
One of my friends has the Dragon Quest Slime controller. The charging port on the back is where its butthole would be.
Good.
Nice.
Cool. This is. I don't know what this.
That's for fucking Steel Battalion or whatever, right?
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Like that's like.
I'll give it a B.
That's like 200.
That looks cool as fuck.
That looks cool as fuck. Who knows if it
cool.
actually was cool because it just was like.
It's insane, but it's cool.
Battalion fans in chat are repping it. I'll give it an A because it does look kind of sick. It's
hey, if
cool.
you're putting the fucking DDR crinkly mat in A, then it deserves.
You know, back in like the fucking 2000s, 2010s, whenever people would be like, "Hey, post your battle stations," talking about like your like computer setup or whatever.
Yeah.
That controller is the battle station.
Yeah. I'm assigning this to like all kinds of keyboards that are like this. And
that's a gamer pad.
I don't know. See somewhere.
It looks really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's weird, and also like this isn't gonna improve my tactical abilities. I'll just use a keyboard and hit the buttons that I have there. What is this? Is this the Payless official controller? What is this?
It's a TurboGrafx pad.
Turbo pad.
I'll put that up there with all the weird.
Payless.
I had the
It's
Payless
the same color scheme.
This fucking thing. I know this because of AVGN. This is the UFO. The U-Force. That's what it was called. The U-Force allowed you to play games without your hands.
Oh,
hands free. And apparently the only thing. This thing is bizarre. You could play Punch-Out with it by like punching at the different spots, and you could play Top Gun, and it apparently like kind of worked weirdly. Like I remember this from the AVGN thing. I'll put this in high C because this thing is like kind of neat. No, you know what? Low B. It's like crazy.
It looks a little bit like a game clan type.
Like a
Latchbox says Legends of Bad. It worked. It worked. It was bizarre, but it worked. Virtual Boy Controller.
Virtual Boy Controller is pervert. Virtual Boy Controller is
Legends of Bad.
No, pervert.
Pervert.
Okay.
See, the Virtual Boy itself is Legends of Bad. The controller is just pervert.
Logitech G930
Not more perverted than
wheel.
the thing you stick your cock in.
Solid wheel. I have some issues with this thing, getting it to clamp onto desks and stuff. I think that's the main reason I'm gonna turn it down is because that shit, like, I did one stream with this shit and it would not clamp onto my desk and that shit would fall off, and it scares you when it falls off because it has force feedback, so it falls off your desk and you're playing your driving game and you have a VR headset on and all of a sudden you have this like giant shaking thing in your lap and it feels terrifying. Wii U Pro Controller. That's just
that was the Wii Classic Controller
that's
Pro
the Wii
or
Classic
something
controller.
like that.
Right, yeah,
Pretty
Classic
okay. I
controller.
played Monster
It's
Hunter
okay.
Try with that.
I think that's a B.
good.
I think that's a solid
I think B is fine, yeah.
B, kind of
like
shit
it.
triggers, maybe not the best D-pad, but okay.
Hey, Monster Hunter Try is
original Xbox.
not a great game.
The Duke.
D for Duke.
D for bludgeon.
That's not even the Duke.
I love this thing. It's not the Duke. This is
S
Duke
for
is,
Supermassive.
Why isn't the Duke on here? I'm rating this as the Duke. The Duke is better.
Yeah.
I think the Duke goes into Legends of Bad, not because it's awful, but it's just like the shape is legendarily bad. It's like so gross.
It's huge, like the Xbox.
I love it.
But I love it too. Like I have positive feelings about it. Xbox One controller.
Why is this here?
It's probably a
It's the
special.
same reason that
It's a special
the DualShock is
That's
here.
that's the expensive one.
Oh. I think it's solid. I'm gonna put it right next to the DualShock, but I prefer the DualShock over Xbox controllers. And I was primarily a 360 kid growing up, but I prefer the DualShock. And finally, the Tiger Electronics controller.
Yeah, baby.
Wow, that's fucking crazy. That's insane.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's awesome.
Flip switches for your buttons.
Okay, Legends of Bad.
I love the wires going towards you.
And the cord coming from the bottom.
Yeah,
It's
baby.
like,
Oh my
baby.
There's so much wrong here. Oh, what a beautiful controller to save for last. That's high Legends of Bad. That's like insane. Okay, and there is our bizarre controllers tier list. I say it's been about 2 hours. Let's take a little break. Everyone can go. I'm gonna go check on my.